When you get out of the camps, I did a very dumb thing. I tried to cut off my emotions because I didn't want to think back of it. With hindsight, it was wrong. As you know, we have three kinds of brains. On top of our vertebrae, you have the reptilian brain, that is for your movements, your digestion, the color of your blood, and so on. On top of that, you have the limbic brain, that is for your emotions. Reptiles don't have that. Therefore, crocodiles happily eat their own young, they don't feel anything. And on top of the limbic brain, you have the neocortex brain, that is for your intellect. I turned off my limbic brains and threw everything on the neocortex brain. That was stupid, with hindsight. But a professor in Amsterdam University, tried to help those people who had the so-called concentration camp syndrome, as I have, many have that. He cured them with LSD. That was not for me. I didn't want that. I should have done it, I think. And then you become a loner and you cut off your emotions, and that is dumb. The idea, the concept of unconditional love was foreign to me. I didn't trust anybody. Still have difficulty with that. In a certain way it helped me because many years ago I was in the hospital and there was a new nurse. She was going to give me medicine. I don't trust people, so I asked her, what is the medicine? Well, she says, you know it is for that and that. Yes, I know that, but I'd like you to go back and tell me what it is for exactly. We had an argument. She went back. She was going to give me the wrong medicine. Plain luck.
Whew.
Yep.
Wow.
I made friends whom I trusted, Aaron being one of them, but the real change for me came when I went to China. I've been in over the 60 countries. I've never seen more loyalty than in China. There you can afford to make a mistake. Here, when you have a girlfriend, you have a fight the next day, the suitcases are gone, the clothes are gone. Not in China, you work it out. Loyalty is strong, and that helped me a great deal.
So you only made friends that you trusted.
Sorry?
You only made friends with whom you trusted.
Yes. But still, I lock up everything. It is still in me not to trust people, basically. Yeah. Not good.
What are some of the other, you mentioned over 60 countries you've been to. What are some of the other countries besides China?
Well, I've been in all the European countries. South America, Central America, Mexico, China, Thailand, India, Pakistan, the Near East. I know Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan very well. I've been there many times by car. Yeah, I like travel.
Have you ever been to Japan?
Yeah, well, I stayed in Tokyo as a guest of the Dutch ambassador. But when you stay with the ambassador, you don't see China, you don't see Japan.
Okay.
I do not like the Japanese culture. I do like the Chinese culture.
Okay. Interesting.
And Japan will run into trouble with that because of the aging of Japan and the low birth rate. They have to import workers, and a foreigner is not accepted in Japan. It's very difficult to make friends in Japan.
Okay.
Maybe in the younger generation it will ease up, but that is what I hear from the people who go to Japan.
Do you have any favorite countries that you've been to?
Yeah, China. Next one is Italy. I had a great time in Mexico.
Do you still travel?
Yeah.
Great.
I love long distance driving. I love going to other countries, but now because of my age I think I have to restrict long distance flying a little bit. But I hope to go to China in September, October. You know all these things.
Sometimes I forgot.
So, right now, I mean, you look great. You stay in shape and you eat healthy. Oh, what do you like to do for a hobby?
I read a lot. I write a lot. I keep my brains active. Very soon I hope to buy an e-book, and then I can buy all the books for $3, $5 and read.
Do you like to get? You said you're a tennis fan.
I was a tennis fan.
And do you like to maybe watch it on TV or?
I have the tennis channel on TV, and when they have the Australian Open in January, the French Open at the end of May, I will be glued to my TV set.
Any other sports that you're interested in, or?
I used to, when I got out of the concentration camps, I didn't have a muscle left, not one. So I started rowing.
Oh.
But I'm a loner, so I started rowing first in an 8, then on 4, then double scull, and very soon I was alone in the scull.
And I'm sure you get plenty of walks in.
Plenty of?
Walks in. Walking around.
Walking around, yeah. I have difficulty with walking because I have brain damage and my equilibrium is not good. I tend to fall to the left, so when I walk longer distances, I walk with a cane.
Okay. And I believe yesterday you mentioned something about being without oxygen for a
Yes.
little while.
I had the quadruple bypass in 2007. That was a routine, nothing to it. And then 3 days later, I got blood clots in my lungs. And because of poor communication between the nurses and the doctor, nobody looked at me. For 3 days without oxygen, couldn't breathe. And that was really very nice. My university in Beijing, on their expense, sent a student over, was living in Santa Rosa at the time, to take care of me. Remember how she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you seem like you love speaking to people. How often do you say you go to schools and speak about your experiences?
Well, often.
Often.
In Reno, the wife of a former student of mine, divorced, she's an artist, we are very good friends, and she suggested that I give a talk to my former students. That was January last year. So she has a house perfect for it. And I was going to give a talk. There were 25 students of mine. Some of them even didn't recognize anymore 50 years ago. Talk went well. They had brought wine and snacks and all kinds of things. It was really a fun evening. The next day, Joan gets a lot of angry calls. Why did you call me? Why did you call me? She called me, so we did it again. And again. And again. And that seems to become a routine, that every 6 weeks or so I give a talk to a group of students. I have plenty of topics.
So you've talked about this habit of only making friends with whom you trust. Do you think you learned anything else in the Holocaust?
Not Holocaust.
Okay, I'm sorry. The camp.
In the camps you see the same that you see in the war. Soldiers, you see the best and the worst in the people. There were two brothers, Germans, professional criminals, with funny value judgments. You don't steal money, it is earned by the people. Jewelry, everything else, you steal. But in the camps, they stole from the Germans and really helped the old and the weak. Great people.
Interesting. So I'm sure you've opened a lot of eyes of people who really haven't don't know much about concentration camps.
Yeah, there are many misconceptions here in this country about concentration camps, and therefore I think there are not many survivors left.
Yeah.
Therefore I think it is. I should give talks about it.
Do you think there's been a lot of controversy about the camps now? Do you think they should remain standing as they are? Do you think
As museums, sure. Yeah.
I mean, some people think they should be taken down.
Yes. Put yourself into the shoes of a German. It's no fun, for the Germans to admit all the wrong things that they have done. And then still, even today, many Germans say, "We haben es nicht gewusst," we didn't know about it. That's nonsense.
How many Germans do you think, at least at the